Hello, good afternoon. Happy Saturday. How is everybody doing? Right here in Toronto, it's actually raining, so it's a little bit gloomy outside. No sun today, unfortunately, but it's a good day to be alive. Any day is a good day to be alive, and I just want to check in today as we normally do. Um, and I am feeling hopeful. Hopeful. There's a lot of things going on in this world right now, and in our personal lives that could bring you down, could make you feel a little bit out of it, make you feel like giving up. But um, always remember there's always hope because things can always change. That's the one thing that we can guarantee in life is that change will come. You Things never stay the same. Life is like that and this world is like that. The seasons are changing, and with the seasons, nature changes how it displays itself. 1 minute there are green leaves, and the next minute you have um, leaves with all the beautiful colors on it. And then spring comes, and things are bare. The trees are bare, and there are no flowers. But then you see these little buds begin to peek out from under the ground and begin to appear on the tree. So things are changing. We change. We start off young, and then we continue to grow until we become adults. uh, the world and the earth itself is changing as time goes along. Thousands of years ago, the earth didn't look this way. Our star system has changed. Our galaxy has changed. The galaxy that great, our ancestors from way back, our great grandparents, what the sky that they looked at is not the sky that we're looking at today. So change is inevitable. Change comes. So you can't always be facing the same situation and the same issues and the same things that get you down and think that it's not going to change. Now, I know that sometimes it feels like you're stuck in something that is never ending and never changing. Sometimes the cycles we get into just keep going on, and it seems like you're never going to get out of it. Like this is your life. But I guarantee you, even if it it's many years, it will change. Something always shifts, and I know it doesn't seem like any type of um, that like it gives you any comfort, especially if you're going through something really rough. I know it may not at the time give you any comfort because it just doesn't seem like it's true. But you you have to believe, you have to believe and trust that it is true. I think that's the difference that separates people that are courageous and that continue to persevere. It's from those that give up and that are afraid and that cower and hide. And that's the dividing line. It's this whole idea of believing and trusting that things are going to get better, things are going to change, and that you're okay and that you're strong enough to continue to fight and get through it. That is the dividing line. So today I want to encourage you that no matter where you are, whatever you're going through, to remember that whatever you're going through, it is going to change. You are strong enough to get through it. You need to continue to persevere and not give up and believe. Believe. If you believe, some people call it a higher power. I call it God. Um, some people call him the source. You need to have some. type of belief system that there is a force or a being or something or someone greater than you that somehow has ordered the universe. This actually is one of the fundamental things that help people to overcome great adversity and great conflict. It's even, I believe, part of the one of the steps in even when you go into addiction therapy and stuff like that, is this whole idea of of there of knowing that there's something greater than you, that is has ordered the universe, and that everything is not just chaos and chaotic, right? um if that were so, that would mean that there's no hope. The idea of that gives one hope, and we need hope to continue to persevere. So yeah, it's amazing um, that when people, you know, find something to believe in, it gives them the strength to keep going. So that's why I'm encouraging you to seek out um, that that belief system so that you can have something to hold on to. It is, like I said, it is one of the fundamental steps in recovery. It's one of the fundamental steps in even in our transformation program. You know, that's why I want you, you know, to consider that. If you don't know if you don't have a higher power, as they call it, um, like I said, I believe in a God that is infinite and great. Uh, um, and you know, some people call him Yahweh, some people call him by other names. I it You know, just as long as you know that there is a creator and that you are not here by accident, and you were made with purpose. He purposed you for something, and that there is meaning to your life. That is what is important. That is what helps you to thrive in this earth with all of these things going on. I didn't mean to stick on this topic for so long, but I feel as though there's somebody out there that needs to hear that. There's somebody out here that's going to come across uh, this video, and they would be in a place where they have given up. Uh, you know, they may be extremely obese or suffering from some kind of illness, some kind of chronic illness that was brought on by stress. They may just uh, maybe they're being bullied at work, and they don't have friends. Maybe they've isolated themselves. They don't like how they look. You know, maybe it's you. You don't like how you look anymore. You don't like what happens when you put on your pants and you get that muffin top. You used to be slim, and when you wore clothes, you looked elegant and beautiful, or you looked handsome, or people complimented you on how, you know, your physique. And now you look at yourself and you just don't like what you're seeing, and you're just, with everything else that's going on around you, you feel like giving up. You feel like there is no hope, that there is no one that can understand your issue, or no one in the universe that could even, um, you know, even know, like, or feel what you're feeling. You feel so alone. And I want to tell you that you are not alone. You know, I feel like there's somebody out there that has lost hope and that is at the end of their rope, and they just don't see the reason for going on anymore. And so they decided to throw in the towel. But I'm here to say, and it's so important for you to understand, that you are loved. There is a creator. He loved you. He put all of his best into you. That is why you are here, and you're here to to impact this world. There's something that only you can do because you are a unique being. These are some of the things that people across all uh, most walks of faith and belief systems understand is that each human being, and scientifically this is true, each human being is very unique. There is no one like you. Your footprint, your handprint is very unique. You There is nobody else that talks like you, that walks like you, that is you. You are you, and you are here to fulfill some kind of purpose. You're impacting this world just by being here. So you owe it to yourself to be the best you can be and to fulfill your purpose on this earth. I hope that means something to you. I know it's going to reach the heart of somebody that needs to hear it. I know that it'll reach the heart of someone who has tried everything, every kind of diet, every kind of plan possible, and has just given up on life, and has just decided that maybe um, it's just not worth it anymore. There's somebody out there that's going through that. Um, and maybe these words will comfort you. So today we're talking about all those IT people out there that are going through um, things at work, and especially like they are suffering from from using the technology that they use on a day-to-day basis. Now, I know that we use technology every day, and this technology is hurting us. So can you imagine people that work in IT and they have to be in front of a computer all day long? Now, we can talk about a lot of different things, a lot of different technologies that are harmful to us. But today I want to talk about just two. I want to talk about the computer, and I want to talk about this cell phone. And so we already know that the rays from the computer, it affects us. It affects us at the cell level. Okay, but I don't want to talk about that today. And of course there are obvious things like when you use your cell phone, okay, all the time, it creates problems with your neck. You begin to have issues with your neck and your upper back, and sitting, your posture. you know Even I was slouching. We tend to slouch. You get tired throughout the day, so it affects your back, and it compresses. Sitting for long periods of time compress your uh, your spinal cord, and it weakens your hip flexors and your legs, and those large muscles in your legs and the gluteal muscles, they become weak as well. So we know it affects us physically. But do you know that sitting for long periods of time also affects us mentally? And also using these devices changes how our brain functions. And it affects our emotional state as well. This Using this, especially going on social media, uh, it 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 gives us some sort of feeling of pleasure for a period of time, and you feel as though you're connecting, and there's some sort of a good feeling that comes on, like reading posts and sending posts and stuff like that. But after a certain period of time, like when you put it down, you lose that feeling, that euphoria, that's the feel good feeling, and then you crave it and you want to go back to it again, and you're on there again. It's For some people it becomes an addiction. So and then also, as we know, it becomes to the point where you begin to feel as though this is real connections. And so when things don't go well on your social media page or something, it makes you feel as though you've been rejected. And that feeling of rejection brings on depression and anxiety. So we know those things already. But the thing I want to focus on today is that using these devices, all these technology devices, most of the time requires that you sit in one place. Um, I mean, sometimes we use it on the go. Uh, you're talking on the phone, you're walking down the street or whatever. But most of the time, especially with your computer, like you can't use your computer on the go. This you can, yes, but you use it on the go like this. Some people do wear the AirPods, but the AirPods or the earbuds also in some cases causes issues. It causes damage to your ear, or in some cases it has other detrimental effects to your ear. What if it's in there for long periods of time? So even that is a problem. But let's talk about being at your desk. Okay, especially you IT people, because you sit at your desk for long periods of time. You're on there. It doesn't matter what you're doing, what height, and I'm talking not just IT, but height people that work in high tech. So even if you're an engineer or you're in telecommunications, your computer, it's almost like a mobile office. It goes everywhere with you. And when you go into it, when you sit down to use it, you begin to create problems. Your head, you maybe like you have it on your lap, um, and you're looking down and stuff like that, and it create, and also maybe you're too close to it, or and it's straining your eyes, or you're staring at it too long, and that strains your eyes, weakens your eye muscles. And I mean, this is the reason why I have to wear glasses. I don't normally have to wear glasses, but when I'm in front of the computer, I'm reading, I need these glasses. My eyes are weakened because of being in front of a computer for long periods of time. So it accumulates and accumulates. But let me just focus in on the other thing that it does that is really, really bad. Okay. The fact that you're sitting, especially after you finish eating, and you haven't gotten up to just to move around and to get some form of exercise, causes you to put on weight around the midsection, because when you when you eat, um, like you said, you don't digest the food as well, and the sugars from the food that you've eaten, the sugars and the fats, they don't metabolize well. And so you get an accumulation of fat, especially around the midsection. And the midsection fat is the most dangerous fat. That's the fat that leads to things like stroke and heart attacks and heart disease and diabetes and all these things. And you are at risk of having metabolic syndrome, which is the inability for your body to break down the fats and the sugars when normally, so that no matter what you do, you can go and you can exercise and you can decrease your eating. You don't, your body stops metabolizing. This is the danger point. So if you are at this point now at your stage, if you have this little round belly and this little fat around the waist and stuff, and you are in IT or any kind of high tech uh, field, and you spend a lot of time sitting down in front of your computer and using your computer, I mean, your your computer device, it is a health risk for you. And it doesn't have to be so. If we use these things responsibly and we live our life accordingly, we don't have to suffer these kinds of debilitating diseases, sicknesses. We don't have to become overweight and unhealthy. It's because we don't use these things responsibly. It's because we don't take a look at our lifestyle and how we're working and change what we do. And so it's scary because we are a society that really needs, we've become attached to technology. We have become people that can't function without it. We need to have our cell phone 24/7. We need our computers. So it's not going to go away anytime soon. And like I said, I feel like IT people are at the highest risk because uh, well, you need this to work. You're or people in high tech, in the high tech field. You need computers. You need your cell phone. You're in front of servers. You're working. You're on your computer. You're doing coding, or you're doing designs, or you're building a database or whatever. You're in front of this thing, you know, 24/7. You take it home with you. You get in front of it again, maybe, right? Um, you you love your job. You want to keep doing it, but you can do things differently to ensure that you don't have to endure these, or to be in a position where you have all these health risks. Okay, you can reduce your health risk, in other words. But the big one that's really scary is that, um, like I said, that belly fat, and the fat that you're accumulating around the waist. That is really, really dangerous, and that's what the scary part is. Okay, aside from all the other things that can happen to you. And why it's scary, it's because, like I said, once it gets to that point, it's very difficult to get rid of. You can't make up for it. It takes time to reverse it. And it's not just about eating less, or um changing your diet, or okay, I'm just going to start exercising now. It's not that. It won't be enough. You need to attack it in a very intense way, and you have to approach it very in a very wise, and in a very methodical way. It's not just, oh, I'm just gonna start running, or I'm just gonna find a new diet, and then boom, it's gonna go. Once this comes here, once you put on the weight around there, from sitting in front of your computer for so long, like I said, you really need to approach it very carefully. And there is a way to do that, but it's not easy. It's not simple. Okay. And then if you put the stress on top of that, okay, you have a really, really serious problem, because so now you have this issue where you are sitting for long periods of time using your technology, and also you're stressed out. These are two factors working against you. So the only way that will change is inside of here. There's a way to change that, how you function, how you think. If there's a way to rewire the brain, and any change that you need to undergo begins here. Some people think that it's you approach it from a physical point of view, but it's this. Okay, there are ways of reversing and rewiring the way that your brain um, uh, the way that your brain computes information. Your brain is like a supercomputer. So that the way that your brain routes information, and even and the way that it deciphers information, the way it perceives things, uh, that can be changed, because the fact that you live the way you do and you're doing the things you do is because you have gone through some kind of trauma, or you've gone through kind of life changing situation, or some kind of prolonged negative event, you know, and it has triggered some kind of change in your brain to begin with. Your brain pattern has changed, and the way that you think and perceive life, it has changed. So now you need to reroute it. You need to reverse what you've done and reprogram almost your brain to work with you to bring about changes in your body. So it's you can't approach health issues or weight issues just from one place. It's not, you can't just look at just one thing. It is it is a holistic approach you got to take. So it's your mind, it's your body, it's your emotional center, and like I said in the beginning, it is also a spiritual journey. This is why I brought this up, because people forget that. It is a very deep spiritual journey, and human beings are very spiritual. Okay, we have a connection to something other outside of ourselves that is greater than us, whether we believe it or not. And so we have to attack it from all of those different uh, perspectives. We have to come at it from all those different avenues in order to bring about complete change and transformation. And that's what I do. I have the technique to do that. I have the know how to do that. I have the skill set to do that, to help you make those changes from here, and then physically as well. And with that comes the joy and the feeling of well being that you want to have, because you get up exhilarated every day, feeling strong and healthy and in touch with yourself and the things that are around you, nature and people and everything that are around you. And like I said, I believe that there is a living God that is that is in charge of the universe, and he's looking out for us. I believe that there is something greater than ourselves out there. I believe that he is God, and I believe that he loves us human beings, that he created us and created us uniquely and for a purpose, and that every human being has value, and you need to believe that about yourself as well. So, on that note, this is where we're going to end. And I hope that this is a little bit of a different approach. I didn't, like I said, I didn't plan to get into all of that at the beginning or go down that route. This is, something that usually I cover with my clients when they come to see me. So I actually gave you a little bit of an insight on some of the things that I talk about with my clients and help them rediscover in themselves. And I do not enforce any of my beliefs or ideas on my clients. It Your beliefs and your belief system is inside of you, and you already know, um, without even being told, that you need that connection. It's missing. You feel it, and you feel the pull towards it, and you make the decision to go there on your own. When you are ready for change, when you're ready for transformation, when you're ready to do whatever it takes to make a difference in your life and to feel good about yourself, then you become open to really exploring things that you never thought you'd want to explore, or that you're afraid to explore. And you begin to face the things in yourself and in people that you didn't want to face before. You become strong. You begin to realize that you have that inner strength, that you're able and capable of being living up to your greatest potential. And you begin to change, you begin to transform with the right methodology, with the right system in place, and with guidance, with mentoring, with support, encouragement, and knowing there's somebody in your corner for you. You begin to change, you begin to transform, and your inner transformation begins to show out on your outer person. You begin to, um, because you begin to envision yourself as who you want to be, as a person you want to be. And as you've envisioned who you want to be, you become who you want to be. So again, that's some of that laser coaching. That's we call it laser coaching, when we really just zoom in and just precisely do like almost a surgical procedure. We zero in on, you know, a specific thing and carefully um, perform a surgical procedure on that thing, and then re like reposition it and reframe it and make it more of what it really is, instead of what you thought it was, or what you had falsely envisioned it to be, where your false perception of it, it becomes more of what it really should be, and you see it with your eye, with clearer eyes. That's what I'm saying. So that's what we call that laser coaching, and this is what I do. We go step by step at your pace, and we work on the things you want to work on, and you get through them. You finally, at the end of it, you see success. You actually get success. That's the final outcome when you go through it, and then you go like, wow, I I've never been able to beat that before. And just in a few minutes, here I am, and it's gone. The weight falls off, and you're like, whew, that feels so much better. And now I have a handle on that. That's what it is. That's what transformational coaching is. That's what laser coaching is. That's what mindset coaching is all about. That's what health coaching is all about. It's all about that. And like I said, it's a holistic approach. It's mind, body, soul. It's dealing with your belief system. It's believing with who you are. It's dealing with who you are in the universe, what you believe in, um, believing in something greater than yourself as well, understanding that you have purpose and value and all those things. This is what it's all about. And it feels great. It feels awesome. I know because I've been there. I've been the person sitting across the other side talking to somebody about all of these things. Um, and I've worked out a lot of issues and gained a lot of perspective about who I am and about the decisions I make and about my life. And it truly has helped me to make a difference in my life. And I have lost a lot of weight. I had extremely bad health issues, and I've lost a lot of weight. And like I said, I'm stronger physically, mentally, and spiritually than I was before. And I feel good. I feel good about who I am and what I can accomplish, and I can get around now, um, without feeling tired and weighed down, and and not being able to even climb some stairs. So I want that for you too. So give me a call, or book an appointment, and then we can get on a call, um, or whatever means possible. We can connect in some way, and then we can talk more about it. And we can, even from that very first call, I promise you, you will walk away with something of real relevance that you can use to move forward to the next step. Okay, anyhow, I am Shelly Ann Minta, from Affinity Dreams, and today has been a really different kind of segment, and I went into some things that I didn't know I was going to go into, but I really feel it's going to help somebody. Okay, so have a great afternoon, and I will see you again next week, same time, 2:30, same place, right here. I'll be waiting for you. Goodbye.